yeah, Hollywood won't be back this week, and we'll just see how it goes. But the kid's amazing.
What is up, Chiefs Kingdom? Happy Friday. I'm Hayley Lewis, and this is Chiefs News Daily. It was a busy week. The Chiefs' 53-man roster is set. We know the practice squad. Trades have been made. Deals have been signed. We're going to break it all down right now. Plus, big news on the injury front. One key player is going to be sidelined week 1. And bonus, you get to hear from General Manager Brett Veach. First, give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. And let's get into it. Well, you heard it there at the beginning. Head coach Andy Reid sharing that Hollywood Brown will not play week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to have more on that later. First, we want to get into this week's recap. All right, we're looking at the 53-man roster. Notice no running back Samaje Perine listed. However, you're going to see the Chiefs trades, tight end Peyton Hendershot and defensive end Cameron Thomas listed. That's because Perine was added after the Chiefs made their official 53-man roster. Perine was cut from the Broncos Tuesday during their preseason trim, so keep your eyes out for a corresponding move on the roster as Perine is expected to be added to Kansas City's active roster here soon. Now, Chiefs General Manager Brett Veach did share on Thursday he anticipates this will be the roster going into week 1, but they're going to continue to monitor the waiver wire, and if they can get a little bit better, they're going to do so. So just keep in mind when looking at the 53-man roster, as well as the practice squad rosters, they can change in the coming days. Alrighty, let's get to the presser now. Here is what you need to know from Veach's press conference. This happened on Thursday, so yesterday, talking about the newest additions, the upcoming season, and much more.
Look, I think, we're certainly disappointed. I think he's disappointed. I mean, we really like the kid, and I know that people could have different takes on Kadarius, but I know in this building, he's a bright kid. He's a smart kid. I mean, I think when you look back on it, some of the stuff is a stroke of bad luck in regards to some of the injuries you can't control. Like walking out the first day of training camp last year and tearing his MCL. I mean, that was something that was just unfortunate. And some of the things I think that we talked about was sometimes you can make some bad luck turn into good luck by just doing some little things in the offseason to take care of your body. And I think that's a process he's working through. And again, it's certainly not for lack of talent. And that's a situation where I think when you move on from players like that, I think everyone feels disappointed. But as far as our relationship with the kid, I really like the kid. And, I don't think that he's certainly, we've seen the end of him, and I think he'll have a chance. And I think if he's able to tighten up, some of the offseason stuff and get his body right, I think he'll go out there and make a ton of plays for another team. Well, I think we were able to address some glaring needs. And again, the 5th defensive end and the 3rd down running back position. I think it's similar when you get to this point of the season with every GM. I think there's always something else you can do. So I think getting through OTAs and getting through training camp, working with the coaching staff and the personnel staff, I think we feel good, but I think there's always room for improvement. And I think we have some unproven pieces at the corner position, but I do think we have some talent there, and some guys have played in the past. So again, I think there's always room to get better, and I think we wouldn't be doing our job if we weren't continually combing through the waiver wire and the transactions. We kept it open. We wanted the kid to really, look at maybe some different opportunities as well. Pretty remarkable when you think about a player that doesn't have any pro American football experience, no middle school, no high school, no big time college experience. And we were kind of thinking about it going through camp. Imagine not having any sort of foundational background, just to be thrown in and be doing one-on-one pass pros with a Drew Tranquill or Nick Bolton. I mean, that's pretty incredible. I think for him, it'll be just finding out that exact position, running back, maybe a big slot receiver. I think he does have some potential as a returner. I'm not so sure he couldn't be a kicker. I mean, he had an outstanding leg, and with this new role, he can do some different things, provide some versatility. I think the Jacksonville thing and their relationship overseas and what that brings to the table, going overseas twice a year, I think that was probably something that interests him. But phenomenal kid, phenomenal worker. And again, just thinking back on the tremendous amount of progress he made in a short amount of time, I think he'll continue to grow and develop. And I think he found a really good spot there in Jacksonville.
You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you bump on repeat and you have to share it with your friends so they can experience just how awesome it is? That's kind of what it feels like when you discover Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's such an awesome deal, there's no way you can keep it to yourself. Friends don't let friends overpay for wireless. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan and switch to Mint Mobile. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. That's mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/KCSNCND. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
We also got to hear from another head honcho. Today, head coach Andy Reid stepped to the podium to talk with the local media. Here are those headlines.
Yeah, Samaje is the newest member. We all know what he did to us when he was at Cincinnati with that screenplay, and but Samaje's done this over his career, where he's been a phenomenal third down back, but he's also a good runner, and I think that you know that he's really a good person. I mean, that word has traveled around the National Football League on what kind of guy he is, and locker room guy, and so on. So we welcome that. But the opportunity to have a guy in here that can do the run game and the pass game, I think he's a good, well-rounded football player that's extremely intelligent, that is a great addition that Brett added to the team. And then with JuJu, we welcome JuJu back with open arms. He's healthy and ready to go. His knee, he had the knee before, but we were able to manage that. We'll continue to manage it. He looks great right now, and he jumped right back in and had some good practice for us. So it's just a matter of him getting banged around a little bit and having not been in camp. So he'll get all that as the season goes. But it's good to have him back in the mix there for sure. Yeah, Hollywood won't be back this week, and we'll just see how it goes. But the kid's amazing. I mean, his progress has been incredible. So, but I wouldn't predict him being there this week. Yeah, Sam, I think he's he wants to do the right thing, so he spends a lot of time with Pat and the other receivers, the veteran guys, just figuring out what Pat's expecting or where he needs to be or what the coaches are asking him to do. He's not afraid to ask, and then he's been willing to try everything. So whether it's an inside route, one of those intermediate routes, or long routes, he's been very willing to get in there and mix it up. So I like what I've seen. I just like any rookie that's coming into this thing, you want to see how they do in the games, but you'd think he'd probably do okay.
All right, let's get to some social media news now. The Chiefs ultimately decided to part ways with the rugby star and waive Louis Rees-Zammit when trimming their rosters. But that doesn't mean his NFL dreams are over. Shortly after clearing waivers, the Jacksonville Jaguars reportedly snagged LRZ. So sources say he's going to be joining the practice squad as their IPP player. Alrighty, folks, that does it for another episode of Chiefs News Daily. We're going to be back again after the weekend. In the meantime, make sure you give us a like and subscribe right here on the KCSN YouTube channel. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Have an extra day off, and we'll see you back here on Monday.